don't think tariffs create inflation. Tariffs are actually a tax. So I want to give you a thought exercise. Let's say the US government wanted to raise $200 billion in tax revenues, and that's roughly what we're seeing currently with the tariffs. And they have two ways to do it. They can raise taxes directly by 200 billion, or companies can raise prices by 200 billion, but the government will tax that amount. So in other words, they're still going to get their 200 billion, but it's either from taxes directly or they just have companies raise the prices. Well, think about it this way. There's no way the Fed would view a tax increase to 200 billion as inflation, because they would argue this is a risk to consumer spending, and actually they'd be dovish. But here's the thing. If the companies are raising $200 billion and then giving the money to the government, that's also not inflation. They would actually view that as a risk to consumer spending, and they'd be dovish biased. So I hope you understand my point. If you have to raise prices because of tariffs, I don't think that is economically inflation, because it's paid right to the government. And that's why I'm wondering, why does the Fed view tariffs as a risk to inflation? It doesn't make sense, because again, these are payments made to the government. And in fact, the bond market agrees. As you can see, if you look at the one-year inflation forwards, they're at 2.38%. They're lower than they were at the start of the year. The bond market doesn't see any inflation from tariffs.